Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Prudence Research and Review Center. I'm Mr. Sammy B. Estoque. I'm here to discuss to you one of the subject under law enforcement administration, and that is police planning. Okay, so let us start to rationalize the questions under this subject. Question number one. It is the process of thinking about future, thinking about what we want the future would be, and thinking what we need to do now to achieve it is known as letter A, plans, B, tactic, C, planning, and D, objectives. Okay, so what is your answer? The answer for this is, of course, planning. Planning. So if you think what you will do in the future, then that is called planning. No, planning. Uh, Planning is the process of preparing for the change and coping with uncertainty, formulating future courses of action, or a process of determining the problem of organization and coming up with the proposed resolution and finding best solution. Okay, that is also planning. Yan. Okay, so according to Hodzik and Kudner, they define planning as thinking about future, about what we want in the future would be, and thinking about what we need to do now to achieve it. Planning also involves the linking present action to the future conditions. Okay, ayan. So if we want to solve something, or if there is a problem, first thing that you must do is to uh, have a plan. How to have a plan? Of course, you need to undergo planning process. And in short, planning is the process of making a plan. Yun. Okay. Next question, question number 2. According to Kael, the process of evolving a workable method or procedure for an orderly arrangement of steps for the purpose of facilitating the accomplishment of a set of goals or objective is called as a planning or plan. B, planning. C, inductive reasoning, and D, deductive reasoning. Okay, so what is the process of evolving or developing a workable method or procedure? Process of development of a workable method or procedure. A workable method or procedure, or a set of procedure, is called plan, no? But the process of development or evolving a workable method or procedure is called as planning also. That is also one of the definition of planning, no? So, process of making a plan. No, yun lang yung pinaka short definition. According to Motley, planning is the management function concerned with visualizing future situations, making estimate concerning them, identifying issues, needs, and the potential danger points, analyzing and evaluating alternative ways and means for reaching the desired goals according to a certain schedule, estimating necessary funds and resources to do the work, and initiating action in time to prepare what may be needed to cope up with the changing condition and contingent events. Okay, so planning also includes the 5 W's and 1 H, which will be discussed in the succeeding topics. You should know what are the 5 W's and 1H. Okay, that is very very important in the planning process. Yan. So inductive reasoning is one of the types of creativity. Inductive means you will think from specific to general, while deductive is thinking from general to specific. Okay? So yun pa. Another definition of planning, no? According to Cass and Roswig in 1985, planning is oriented towards action, which means that thinking is only a part of planning. Planning is the process of deciding in advance what is to be done and how it is to be done. Okay? You should think what you should do in order to solve a certain problem, if you want to solve a certain problem, and how you will do to solve that problem. Okay? So, what must be done? For example, there is a existing crisis, which is a hostage taking situation. Okay? What should you do as a police officer, and how will you do it? Okay? So you need to conduct planning to come up with a certain plan. Okay? And of course, you must execute it in order to solve the problem. Yan. Okay? Next, question number 3. An organized schedule or sequence by methodological activities intended to attain a goal and objective for accomplishment of mission or assignment is known as. Okay, this is already a schedule. It is not the process of making a schedule, but it already pertains to the schedule or sequence or method intended to attain the goal or assignment. Letter A, plan. B, planning. C, inductive reasoning. And D, deductive reasoning. Okay? Pagka-process in coming up with a methodical sequence of activities, that is planning. No? Planning is the process of making a plan. However, the question asks for the organized schedule or sequence or the procedure to be followed in order to attain goal and objective. Therefore, that is called plan. Okay? That is called plan. No? Plan. Yan. While stated in the previous slide, deductive reasoning and inductive reasoning, imitation and idea linking are types of creativity that can be used in planning. Okay, so therefore, what is the product of planning? After planning, you will develop a plan. Okay, plan is a product of planning. Okay, next question number 4. According to Microsoft Encarta, the following are definition of plan. Okay, 1, intention. 2, list or outline. 3, diagram or layout. 4, scheme for achieving objective. Letter A, 1 and 2. B, 3 and 4. C, 1, 2 and 3. Or D, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so according to the Microsoft Encarta Encyclopedia, these are the definition of plan. Okay, plan may be an intention, list or outline, diagram or layout, or a scheme for achieving an objective. Okay, so those are the definition of plan. Further, sabi niya, no, the Microsoft Encarta, intention, a list of something that somebody intends or has arranged to do. Okay, so list na po yan ng gusto mong gawin. Yun, so intention. List or outline. A list or summary or diagram that shows how items that make up something, such a piece of writing or an organized meeting, are to be arranged. Okay, list or outline. No? Diagram or layout. It may a drawing or a diagram showing a layout or arrangement or a structure of something, no? So yan, diagram or drawing ng isang area, no? For example, sa raid operations, yun. Nag-drawing ka kung paano or asan yung mga entrance, exit, ayan. This diagram or layout. Then, last, scheme for achieving something. It may be a method of doing something that is worked out usually in some detail before it's begun, and that they may be written down in some form or simply retained in memory. Okay? So, scheme of achieving the objectives. Ano yung procedure, proseso para ma-achieve mo yung objective is also considered as a plan. Okay? Plan. Question number 5. What is the planning division of the Philippine National Police? Yan. What is the planning division of the Philippine National Police? Letter A, Directorate for Plans. B, Directorate for Human Resource. C, Directorate for Personnel and Records Management. And D, Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management. Okay? So, medyo malayo na yung Directorate for Human Resources, ano? Kasi that is for training of the PNP, Unit Training Program, no, of the Philippine National Police is under Directorate for Human Resource. Directorate for Personnel and Records Management is responsible for responsible for maintaining the records of every personnel and for the optimum utilization of the members of the Philippine National Police. Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management responsible for investigation of cases, no? It is where the investigation division is attached to enclose the case monitoring division. Okay, so they are really up to the investigation of cases, especially cold cases. Therefore, the planning division of PNP is no other than the Directorate for Plans. Okay, Directorate for Plans. Okay, so what are those attached to the Directorate for Plans? Naka-attach dito yung Plans and Program Division of the Philippine National Police, Public Information Division, Community Affairs Division. No? Next, number 6. A blueprint of a building is considered as blueprint of a building is one of plans. No, plan. Okay, this is a definition of plan according to the Microsoft Encarta Encyclopedia. So, a blueprint of a building is considered as a intention, ba yan? B, list or outline. C, diagram or layout. D, scheme for achieving objective. No? So, a blueprint of a certain building is, of course, a diagram or layout. No? Layout of a building. Bago gawin yung building. Yun po yung ginagawa ng mga architect para alam kung paano gagawin ang isang building, no? Making a plan is very very important, no, in everything that we do. Ay sabi nga nila, before you start a certain thing, you must have an end in mind. Okay? So bago mo simulan ng isang bagay, dapat alam mo na kung ano yung magiging result ng iyong gagawin, no? Yan. For example, bakit ka mag-aaral? No? What is your expected result for that? No? You want to become a police officer someday, so you should have to make a plan and you should know what will you do in order to achieve your goal or objective, no? Sabi nga nila, mahirap pumunta sa isang lugar na hindi mo alam. Or mahirap makarating sa isang lugar na hindi mo alam kung saan ka pupunta. Okay? At hindi mo alam kung anong gagawin para makapunta. Yeah. So, plan is very, very important. Okay? Question number 7. These are set of activities that will be followed by members of operatives. Is an example of A. Plan, B. Planning, C. Inductive reasoning, D. Deductive reasoning. No? Set of activities that will be followed by the members of the Philippine National Police. Yan. O, ano yung kanilang gagawin? Example, during investigation. No? Sino yung unang dumarating sa crime scene? Usually, first responder. Yan. Pagka yung first responder, no, meron siyang susundin na set of activities na nakalagay po sa POP manual. So the set of activities that is stated or written, which will be followed by the members of operatives, especially the PNP, is called as plan. Okay, these are considered as plan. Number 8. The following are different types of creativity. 1. Imitation. B. Deductive reasoning. 2 is inductive reasoning. 3 is deductive reasoning. 4. Idea linking through association. Okay. So letter A, 1 and 4. B, 2 and 3. C, 1, 2 and 4. D is 1, 2, 3 and 4. And the answer is delta. Okay. 4 of the enumerated above are different types of creativity that is usually used in planning process. Okay, so let us discuss it one by one. Imitation is one of the creativity method which involves using plans, programs, methods, and so on, developed by others. So meaning you have already a basis, you have just imitated it from others. For example, merong successful operation or raid operation na ginawa sa isang lugar, sa municipality A. Okay? So successful operation. Yung situation ay parehas doon sa situation sa municipality B. So yung mga pulis sa municipality B, pwede nilang tularan yung ginawa ng mga pulis sa municipality A para maging successful din yung operation, no? Kung parehas na parehas. Imitation, no, ay isang klase ng creativity. Yan. Diba? Parang yung mga estudyante din, diba? Kung tinularan mo yung idol mo na walang ginagawa, no, hindi nag-aaral, tapos naging farmer, so yun, natularan mo nga yung gusto mong tularan. Pero kung gusto mong tularan yung successful, so makinig ka sa mga successful. Gusto mong maging successful farmer, makinig ka sa successful na farmer. Okay? Gusto mong hindi maging successful, makinig ka sa hindi successful. So, ganun. Inductive reasoning is a reasoning which moves from specific to more general. For example, an increase in the number of citizen complaints may mean that there are problems in police training and supervision. So this is from specific problems to general. Okay? Yan. Deductive reasoning, from the word deduction, no? Mas malaki, then papaliit. Yan. Just the reverse of inductive reasoning. That is, moves from general to specific. For example, if an organization assumes that the primary role of the police is to maintain order, and then it specifies policies and procedures that are necessary to implement this assumption. Okay? So, specify, maintain, peace, and order. So, may mga specific ngayon na activities in order to achieve or to maintain the peace in order. For example, conduct patrol. Yan na, specific na po yan. If you will conduct patrol, does it maintain peace and order? Yes, of course, that is deductive reasoning. From the general idea to specific idea. Okay? That is deductive. Pagkakabaliktaran, that is inductive. Idea linking through free association. It is often done through free association. Individuals participating in the plan are encouraged to identify any ideas without limitation or inhibition that might relate to the problem or plan at hand. This may result in an important innovative solution, particularly when those involved come from different organization levels and different backgrounds in terms of experience and education. Okay? Ayan yung ideal linking through free association. Ayan. So, kung ikaw yung leader, humihingi ka ng idea mula sa inyong mga kasamahan sa organisasyon kung paano isolve ang isang problema, then that is called idea linking through free association. Okay? Question number 9. If Police Captain Cardo Darisayan bases his plan from previous plans, the creativity that he uses in planning process is called A. Imitation, B. Deductive reasoning, C. Deductive reasoning, and D is idea linking through free association. And the answer is imitation. Okay, as long as you will base your plan from previous plans, okay, the creativity that you have used is imitation. Nasabi nila dyan magaling ang mga Pilipino, no? Tingnan natin sa research. Okay, originally, kaninong pattern ba yung ginagamit natin dito sa Pilipinas? Okay, ginagamit APA format. APA. So, yung ba ay sa atin? Hindi naman. Pero dahil maganda ang result ng mga research sa bansang pinanggalingan noong format na yon, so tinutularan din ng mga Pinoy na researchers. Okay, so it is called imitation. Diba? Another is the plan in addressing the COVID-19. Okay, so saan galing ba yung sakit na yon? That is in China, of course. Maganda naman yung pag-address nila sa China, so some of the measures was imitated here in the Philippines, tulad ng pagsasagawa ng lockdown. Okay, so that is still imitation. Yan. So marami pong plans ang nagawa through imitation process. Okay? Yan. So imitation involves using plans, programs, methods, and so on that was already developed by others. Yun. Next, question number 10. In Congress, if they make law, every member is given the chance to share his or her idea, meaning the creativity that they usually use during reading, is A. Imitation, B. Inductive reasoning, C. Deductive reasoning, D. Idea linking through free association. So during hearing, ano ba yung ginagawa na kung saan free ka nga makagbibigay ng idea mo para i-input po doon sa batas. So that is called idea linking through free association. Okay, idea linking through free association. It is often done through a free association. Individuals participating in planning are encouraged to identify any ideas without limitation or inhibition that might relate to the problem or plan at hand. This may result in an important innovative solution, particularly when those involved come from different organizational levels and different backgrounds in terms of experience in education. So, kung makikita natin, actually, yung mga ginagawa para gumawa ng plans are combination of the different types of creativity, no? Kasi may mga ibinibase sa previous plans at meron ding mga bagong idea na ini-introduce, no? So, in making plan, the creativity methods or different types of creativity can be used during the planning process. Okay? However, syempre, sa mga tanong, i-identify nyo na lang kung ano ang specific na creativity na ginamit. Kung yan nga ba ay imitation, yan nga ba ay inductive reasoning, yan nga ba ay deductive reasoning, or yan nga ba ay idea linking through free association. Okay? So, kilatisin lang mabuti kung ano yung tinatanong doon sa specific question. Question number 11. In 5 W's in 1 H of planning, na sinabi ko one of the very important thing that you should know here na minsan nakakaligtaan nating banggitin during discussion, no? However, this is important part of planning process, okay? Because it will serve as guide. In the 5 W's in 1 H of planning, what should be the answer of cardinal question? What? What? A, strategy. B, specific time. C, people involved. Or the mission and or objective. And the answer is the mission or objective. What is the mission? Kailangan malaman mo kung ano ang mission para alam mo kung ano ang strategy na isasagawa. Diba? Oh, these are the cardinal questions that must be answered in the planning process. Okay? 5 W's and 1 H. No? First, what to do? What to do? Ano bang gagawin? To rescue, to raid, to maintain peace and order, to ensure public safety, yan, to arrest wanted criminal. Diba? Then, second is why do. Why is it that you are doing that? Diba? Bakit mo ginagawa yon? What is the reason? Or what is the philosophy? Yan. So, what is the reason? No? Bakit mo ginagawa? Or bakit mo gagawin yung isang bagay? Okay? Then, when to do it? And the answer for that is the exact date and time when a certain or specific action will be done. Where to do? Diba? The place, the terrain. Ano ba yung terrain ng lugar? No? Then next is who will do. That is, of course, the answer should be who are the people involved in that plan. Pagka mag-aaresto, sino bang papadalin mo? Pagka magre-raid, sino mapapadala mo? Pagka riot, sino bang papadala? So, the people involved should be listed in the plan, of course. And how to do? What are the strategy, tactics, or what are the programs that should be followed? Okay, what is the strategy? Sa raid, anong strategy? Yeah? Sa drug operations, anong strategy? Yan. So, those are the cardinal questions to be answered. So, do not forget those cardinal questions in planning. No? And question number 12. In 5 W's and 1 H of planning, what should be the answer for cardinal question? Why? Why? No, why? A, exact place. B, precise time. C, people involved. And D, reason or philosophy. No? Reason. Bakit mo gagawin yon? No? And of course, the answer is the reason or philosophy as already presented in the previous slide. Okay, question number 13. The planning responsibility of the PNP chief and other high-ranking PNP officials, which is executed, of course, by the lower ranking officers of the Philippine National Police, is A, radical planning. B, incremental planning. C, internal policy planning. Or D, broad external policy planning. Okay? Kung within the PNP ang nagpa-plan, for example, yung directorates for plan, and it will also be executed within the organization, so that is called as internal policy planning, because the one who make the plan is within the organization, the one who will execute it is also within the organization, so therefore that is internal policy planning. What is internal policy planning? It is the responsibility of police director and other chief of the different units or headquarters within their area of jurisdiction to achieve the objective or mission of a police organization. They're responsible for planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, controlling, reporting, and budgeting for the police organization within the existing policies and available resources. For maximum effectiveness, they shall responsible for technical operation of police organization and management of its personnel. Okay? Yan. So that is internal policy planning. Pagka yung gumagawa ng plans is within the police organization, and the one who will be affected is also the police organization. Okay. Next, This refers to the responsibility or to planning responsibility of the Senate, Congress, and other lawmaking bodies. Diba? So, pagpasa ng batas, for example, sa sahod ng mga pulis, di ba? So, ano kayang klase ng planning ito? It is made by Congress or Senate, however, it affects the Philippine National Police. Diba? Radical planning, incremental planning, internal policy planning, or broad external policy planning. And the answer is broad external policy planning. Congress ang magpaplano and they are not part of the Philippine National Police but it affects the Philippine National Police. Yan. For example, may bagong batas, criminal law na naman. O sino bang magpapatupad ng criminal law? Usually, syempre, the Philippine National Police. Example po, nung ipinasa po yung Republic Act number 10175 in 2012 or Cybercrime Prevention Act, then the PNP have to make another National Operational Support Unit, which is the Anti-Cybercrime Group, as stated in Republic Act number 10175. But who made the law? The Congress or Senate, but it affects the function of the Philippine National Police. Yeah. So, broad external policy planning, the responsibility of the legislative branch of government. The main concern of police in this broad external policy planning is assisting the legislature in the determining of police guideline through the passage of appropriate laws or ordinances for police to enforce. Okay? Yan. Next, a plan which was developed as a result of crisis is classified as A, reactive plan, B, proactive plan, C, strategic plan, or D, missionary plan. And the answer is, tapos na yung crisis bago ka magpaplan. Therefore, that is called reactive plan. Okay? So, reactive plan are developed as a result of crisis. A particular problem may occur for which the department has no plan and must be quickly to develop one. Sometimes without careful preparation. Reactive from the word reaction. Okay? May situation na bago ka gumawa ng plano, that is reactive plan. A problem already exists before you will prepare a plan. Okay? So, just continue to tune in, ladies and gentlemen, for the second video for lesson 1 or part 1 of Introduction to Police Planning. Okay, thank you very much. See you in the next video.